Hey, it's me. I am back on the channel. I am so sorry that I have not done this video in a few weeks. I First and foremost, I needed to take a massive time out, and I even tried to do like nights where I wasn't even on social media, and literally it just wasn't good for me. And then I had 4 days off for personal reasons. I'm not really going to get into that because that's what this video is not even to do with that at all. This video is about, if you know, I did go on vacation to Benidorm. Sorry, my hair's a mess and it needs doing, so yeah. Hair's gonna get done tonight before anything else. So where was I? Sorry for that long introduction. So yeah, I did go to Benidorm for 8 days. Did I have a good time? There was bits in Benidorm while I was there that I had the bestest time ever. And then there was times when I was in Benidorm and I was having the worst time ever. I'm not here to divulge names or anything like that, but I want to focus more on the positive parts, that I was having a good time in Benidorm, and some of the stuff I was doing. This is what this video is all about. I don't want to discuss any negative sides at all. So yeah, for people that do want to know, I don't have COVID. I've got a runny nose and I'm sneezing. I'm not coughing or anything. It's just, so I was tested for COVID yesterday, negative. So anyway, so let's begin. Let's start with actually being in the room. Let's get into the room. As soon as I set foot in that hotel room, I loved it. Now, for it being an apart hotel and a 2-star, it should have been a 3-star in my opinion. I had all the amenities. Peter slept on a sofa bed. I'm not going to discuss what happened to his legs on that sofa bed because we're not doing anything negative in this video. We had a TV. We had somewhere where we could eat our food. We had a stove, fridge, microwave, toaster, kettle. Everything that we wanted in a kitchenette. It blew my mind. The balcony wrapped round. And it was one of the most beautiful balconies I've ever been to. Yeah, when you're at the front, you do see different hotels. As soon as you turn on the left, you see the views of the mountains and the Sierra Nevada. I was like, oh, what the fuck? I picked a great hotel. We picked the most perfect room because we got one of the end rooms, and it's lovely. It was lovely. We had a walk-in shower. Toilet, sink in the bathroom, everything works. Could be bothered. We did have a bit of a water issue because when I was doing my laundry in the shower to rinse off the clothes, water fell out of the bathroom and stuff like that because I blocked the plug hole by accident. So yeah, and then my bed was comfy. The wardrobe, we had a fan. The heating was sound. Everything in that room was spot on. And the thing was, I loved coming back to that room, which was amazing. And the first thing I done was obviously we got there, fancy dress day. It was highly busy in Benidorm. If you know me and Peter, and you know what we do the first night in Benidorm for like the past God knows how many years, even when we lived in Benidorm, our nightly tradition is always Mariano's. It used to be Dino's, but with Dino's they've changed the name over. It's now a steakhouse, for people that are wondering. So the first night tradition was Mariano's, and we always get a chicken. So I thought, okay, I'll get some onion rings and a nice garlic bread, and we'll share some chips. Mariano's is the best chicken in Benidorm. I would highly recommend that place till Kingdom Come. You want a fresh chicken, and they have this like special sauce. But in Spain they make their chickens with lemons, and that's what gives it that distinct flavour. And you add like a bit. But Mariano's is set from others is because they have a special sauce besides the lemons. There's also one in the Old Town that I really like as well. And now and again I have a chicken from there. So yeah, big massive highlight first night is Mariano's. But because I couldn't get to my favourite cocktail bar in the world because they shut because it was the fancy dress party, which is understandable, I end up, when I was last in Benidorm, I'd always talked about this place called Peter's Karaoke Bar, and I don't even know how I found it, but I found the bar, got my first drink of the holiday, because for most of November, it was like 17 days in November, I didn't touch a single drop of alcohol. I just wanted my body to recover from what happened on Halloween. So anyway, I had my first ever Disaronno and Coke. I was so happy. Done a live video. Very happy about everything. So yeah. So obviously very happy about that. Obviously got chicken, went back to the apartment, had a nice sleep. Next day was Friday. My main mission on that day was to do little bits for my war girlies and to do the vlogs. Now I realised with doing the two together, it was clashing with my vlogs, so I said to myself, okay, I will sporadically vlog if and when I can. So that was the plan in the end. So on the Friday, I did do Royal Secret. I did a little munch away. Done some vlogging, showed everybody the techno hit, what it like of the day, and then I wanted to show what it was like of the night. The war girlies specifically said I told them about the 5 beaches in Benidorm alone. There's 2 on the cove. One is notorious for being a nudist beach, but I didn't tell the war girlies that. Then you've got Levante, Poniente and Playa del Malpaz. Malpaz is a much smaller beach that I do prefer out of all the beaches in Benidorm, but then you've got La Cala, Albia, Altea beaches as well. So obviously it was filming that, and then obviously I done my Royal Secret. I asked Hayley, I said, Kaylee, her name's Kaylee, I said, do me a favour, can you make me a Powerbomb Symphony Powerbomb dedicated to, obviously, Wardlow, my favourite wrestler. So she made it. You've seen the videos. Posted that to the war girlies. So now the war girlies was finding out a little bit more about me. That I liked cocktails, which I love cocktails. So that happened, and then I said to Peter, I'm going to have something to eat. I just need some time to myself. I just need to be on my own for many, many hours. So on the Friday, I was in the old town because I had pizza that night with my glass of wine. I actually was showing Nikki DeLay the Levante beach, and I was like, Nikki, what should I do? I said, because my now favourite Spanish DJ was working in MIA, and me and the DJ we were talking for months. It's a female DJ, by the way, and we were like, we've been interacting. She follows me, I follow her, and we send each other messages and stuff like that. But I can also speak Spanish, but I can also, for what people don't understand, is I can understand when someone's typing something in Spanish. I know I can understand what they're saying through the words as well, and I can also read upside down as well. That's one of my many talents. So I was like, oh, Nikki, what should I do? What should I do? Sort of thing. So Nikki typed and said, go and meet her. I know it'll make your night. So I was like, okay, I'll go and get a pizza. Clear my head. Phoned up Peter and said, hey, I'm just going into a bar, having a couple of drinks. I'm about to meet my favourite DJ, and he's going, don't be long. Because obviously he gets worried about me, and I didn't want to leave him too long as well. So when again, this is the best. This is what I loved about going to MIA. It's like a very, very, MIA is one of those very, very casual. It's not a nightclub, but it's more of like a bar, like a chill out bar. And they'll have a DJ on, they'll play music. But that's where my favourite Spanish DJ plays that regular spot every Friday and Saturday, which is MIA. So I walked in and I was like, hey, can I come in? And they were like, I had one guy saw me here, and they were like, right, and they went, treat her, she's VIP. Because I was still like sort of like vlogging at the time. I was like, holy shit, did you guys know who I am? And one of the guys come up to me and said, I do know you. You used to wrestle. I was like, holy shit. And I was like, oh my god. He goes, I remember you when you blah blah blah. And I was like, because we just had a conversation. And he went, I remember you. And I said, I don't know what it is. I think it might be because you've lost a lot of weight. Your hair's shorter. And he went, are you such and... And I was like, holy shit. I was like, yeah, I am. And then he went, you won the blah blah blah, the big one. I was like that in the tournament. And I was like, and they said you were the only female, and females aren't supposed to be in a male dominated business. And I was like, yes, that was me, and we had this conversation, and he was like, get this lady whatever she wants, the first drinks on me. I was like, holy shit. And I was like, I only drink now Di Serrano and Coke. And he's like, what? I was like, yeah, that's all I drink now. And he went, you used to drink beer all day long. Because I wanted to be with the guys. And he went, you used to drink like, what was it, rum and Coke and all that shit. And I was like, well, it was Malibu and lemonade, actually. Malibu and Coke. I go, I hate that stuff now. I said, I'm not fussed on coconut anymore. I love Di Serrano because I love my almond liqueur. And he was like, holy shit. And he was like, get her whatever she wants, the first drink's on me. And the DJ's playing the DJ, and I'm typing away here, and I'm kind of fangirl. She's like next to me, and the next thing is she came over to me. I was like that, holy shit. I said, I'm fangirl. She went to me, she said, Skylar, I'm only human. And I was like, holy shit. I said, can you speak English? I said, I am actually from the UK, even though I said I can understand Spanish, but I couldn't talk Spanish all night. And she was like, yes, I speak English. I was like, your English is really good. And she was like, wow, thank you, and all this. And she was like, and then she went to the other farmers, and she's like, right, you get round here. And I was like, and she went, well, what do you drink? And I said, well, I said, I do usually drink this Coke, but I do like the odd shot of tequila, but I like it with the lime. I said, don't give me the salt. I said, just give me the lime. And they were like, okay. I said, but I prefer Blanco. And they looked at me and they went, oh, we've only got the like the other one. It was like that. Okay, I'll because I have the tequila here back at home. So there is a video of us, we're taking the shot together. Bang. Like, I have that video of us taking the shot together, and I'm like this, and the next thing I go, I coughed away, and these two were like laughing at me. It was like that. I said, hey, take a chip. I said, it just went down the wrong hole. I said, if you don't believe me, we'll do another one. I said, come on, another one. And they're like, what? Are you joking? I said, we'll have one more, and you can go back and do your set. And she was like, okay. So we had another one, done the lime, and I was doing like this, and they were like looking at me, and I was like, ah, like this. And they just, but that, the second time it wasn't on film. So, obviously, got my Di Serrano, had some Coke, started dancing away, and I didn't come out my shell properly. And then everyone was like messaging me, phoning me up, trying to see if I was okay. And then I came waltzing in about 2:30 in the morning. And Peter thought I went to the square, like the British square, like they call it the square in Benidorm. Like, here's the thing that you need to know about me. I've been there, done that, done the whole square thing in like my late teens, early 20s. Not interested. The stuff that interests me is like a nice chill out bar, listening to a DJ or whatever in the old town. I love the old town. Finish about 3, 3:30, come home. That is my night. I love that. That's the ideal situation. So I'm walking home, and I've got to tell you about this scene, right? Because it blew my mind. I'm walking along, having a conversation, and I said, can you hear that? And he goes, this is Peter. He goes, it sounds familiar. And I was like, okay, we'll talk about it when we get in. And he went, okay. As I was walking home back to my apartment, this doesn't usually happen, but there were 6 gunshots. And then the next thing, 8 police cars came past. Within like about 30 seconds, bang, 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 all going to the square. I was like that, holy shit. We found out the next day someone had been shot in the square. I was like that, holy fuck. This does not normally happen to me walking home. But I was in the old town, and Peter thought I was at the square. So, yeah. So that was like the first actual day, full on day in Benidorm experience is that. Saturday, we goes to El Cisne Market. I get some bits for my friend Andre, what he asked for. So, but to me, like, I used to do the El Cisne Market years ago, and it's changed a lot. Like, I could only do like a little bit, and then Peter's like, what are you, and I said, I'm trying to film, because you're not allowed to film obviously in El Cisne Market. And he was in the way of me doing the film, and I said, I can't film, I'm trying to film, I want to show Andre El Cisne Market and other people. So it was kind of hard for me to film. Took Andre's bits, and then we ordered some food, and I wasn't too fussed on the food, and I was like, I need to go to my favourite cafe place in the indoor market for my coffee and cake. I said, that'll do me, set me up for the afternoon. So I was wondering, where's Ellie? Where's Ellie and Ian? It was Ellie and Jim. Ellie and Jim, that's it. Ellie and Jim. Jim was working, but Ellie was back in the UK, so I missed seeing Ellie. I loved Ellie. She was boss. So I had my coffee and cake. I had a chat with Jim. Boss. So if I would say, if you are wondering where to go in Benidorm for a nice little coffee, even if it's raining or not, I would recommend the Mercaloi, Cafe Mercaloi. It's called Cafe. It's called something. Well, I say Cafe Mercaloi. It's in the indoor market. It's like they've got like little benches. It's dead tiny. You can fit about 12 people, but it's always packed in there. I've seen people being turned away, but it's so beautiful in there. It's so clean, so kept nicely. They even do sweeteners for me for my coffee, soya milk, whatever I want, and it's so cheap, it's unreal, and they do the best coffees in Benidorm I've ever had in my life. So yeah, obviously dropped Peter off, done some more bits for the vlogs, and I ended up stumbling. I said like, hey, let's go to Tiki Town. Oh my goodness, I was up on that stage, I was freaking dancing with this. Oh, it was crazy. So I ended up meeting Vicky again, and she's like, hey, what are you up to tonight? And I was like, hey, I'm going to be in the old town just doing some filming. I said I might pop into MIA just to see you for an hour when I get back. But I said to Peter, I said, hey, I'm going out tonight. I said, look, I need to let my hair down. I said I'll be back after 3 when it finishes. And he was like, okay. It comes back about 3:15 in the morning, the Sunday morning, and I literally had a ball. So that was Saturday. Sunday, where did I go Sunday? Oh yeah, part of Sunday was a bit of a disaster, which we won't discuss about that, but the other half was okay. I found a decent roast dinner for about €6. I just wanted a roast dinner. Got some cake from my favourite bakery. I have a favourite bakery in Benidorm where you go to I can go to Granier, or the one on the corner of the Med next. You've got the alley hop on the corner right at the end before you're going up at Temelia de Mar, the roads by the indoor market. You've got a big massive alley hop on the corner. Like, it's biggish. Well, there's a bakery next to that. Chef's Kiss, the cakes. It's a weakness for me, but they do the most gorgeous espressos, cafe cortados I've ever had in my life. Insane. So yeah, can't even remember what I done Sunday night. Where was I Sunday? I think I stayed in, because I didn't really go out drinking. Yeah, because Saturday I also tried a different tapas, and I absolutely hated the tapas. The tapas was horrible. The worst tapas I've ever been to in my life. So Monday, what did I do Monday? I think Monday was more of a chilled out day. I'd done some filming. Oh yeah, I went back to my favourite jewellery shop in the world. It's called Todo Plata, and I saw Lydia and some of the girls there, and they were like so amazing, and showed us some stuff in that. Obviously I went to my favourite, I always have like a Chinese store that I go to, and it's in the old town. It's like my favourite, and I always get bits off him. He's like the best. Like all my jewellery, like the bracelets, like souvenir bracelets and stuff like that. Like, and other like little trinket bits I get off him. So, and then I also have another souvenir shop that I get. I've got 2 people Christmas presents from with this, and they're absolutely insane. I don't know how they do it, but they do it. You've got like Dove Park. I didn't even walk Poniente side. I just went to the place where they done the Instagrammable. I filmed that on a live stream. I just had like a little stroll down Gin and Tonic Street. I had a coffee in Pinocchio. Remember that one? And then went to I found the supermarket that was actually open called Supercore. That's open. This was the Sunday, so yeah. Because all I've been going to is either I've done Consume, Dial Pre, and the Supercore. That was it. So that was Sunday. Didn't really do anything else. I did do like my nightly walk to get my steps in, but that was it. Monday was virtually some of the same. But I did. What did I do differently? I can't remember. I've done something differently. Monday, I just had bits and bobs. Because Monday night I went back to Mariano's and got a chicken and garlic bread, and we just tore in the chicken. That's all we done Monday night, and just had it was chilled, because I was like stressed out over a few things. Tuesday night was the night I went to Zodiac and had my tapas. Yeah, I remember that now. And I was just toddling around, because all I was doing was like sporadically filming. I didn't even get a chance to see everybody who I wanted to see. This time round, I couldn't even. It was virtually like similar to last time. So Tuesday night, I done tapas and had a full bottle of wine. That was fun. Wednesday. Sunday night also I done the quiz at Tommy Cooper Lounge. Wednesday night we were with a friend of ours. Sunday night as well we also had KFC. KFC was Sunday, and then on the Wednesday night I had my chips and Mariano's. We got a chicken from Mariano's twice during that stay. So we went there. I also remember because I dropped Jan off at a hotel and I went to Voices because I needed to be on my own, and I was like karaoke, and I was like, oh, I'm alright, and I was taking the piss out of everybody, even the compere who was doing all the karaoke, and I was like, oh, I'm a shit singer, this, that and the other. And I was going to this couple, they were lovely, Welsh couple. I was like, oh, crap. I said, but if you want to film me, you can film me all you want. And I started, and he was like, oh my god, you can sing, because obviously I have my song that I can sing. And they were in shock. They couldn't believe that I could sing. And they went to me, hey, what are you up to tomorrow? And I was like, not much. It's like my last day before I go. She went, do you fancy doing the quiz? And I was like, well, it will be my third one this week. And I was like, why, where is it? They went, oh, it's in Casper's in Albia. I was like, oh, okay, cool, awesome, I'll be there. I said, I just wouldn't mind getting out of benidorm for a couple of hours. So obviously I went to Casper's in Albia. But also I will say this. Thursday morning, I got me day piercing changed, but it was still a bit too long, and I added a second piercing. I got my conch done finally. That was Thursday morning early. I had a I also had finally I got my Spanish tostada for my breakfast from Rico. I will say there's about 3 places in Benidorm that I love having my Spanish tostada. Is Rico. Bellegia is amazing for the coffees and that. And another place is called Tiffany's as well. And they're all dead cheap. So obviously went to Rico after I had my thingy done, got the last bits of my presents. Went back to the apartment. Went to Casper's in Albia. Done the quiz, came first. Didn't win anything on the raffle, but I was just supporting the bar, and obviously got a few bits in Albia. And then I came back. I was like, okay, last night I want me tapas again. So I only managed to get a couple of tapas and come back to the apartment, and I was just so drained and just so tired that I overslept and I didn't have a chance to pack. And then there was like a little bit of a disaster coming home. But I will say, overall, like, I would say 70% of my holiday in Benidorm was pretty amazing. I did try a new pizza place. Was I impressed? It was okay. It wasn't like a 10 out of 10 pizza. I'd say I give it more of a 5. The wine was nice, but they gave me the wrong wine the second time, so that's why I'd say it would be 5 out of 10. Zodiac tapas, 10 out of 10 all the way. Tried the new tapas, 1 out of 10. The only thing that saved it was the wine. Obviously I tried Grand National for roast dinner. Loved it. They've done everything that I asked for with my vinegar allergy. They were amazing. I'd say 9 out of 10 for that. The bar Voices. I will say this though about Voices, right? I do like Voices bar, but I was getting charged 2 different prices for me drinks, and I was like, One was charging me $5.60 and someone else was charging me $7.10. So I was like, I don't get that. Like, if you're charging one price, you're supposed to stick at that $5.60. You don't charge them $7.10. It's kind of a bit crazy. That was the only thing that let the side down for that bar. You don't charge 2 different prices for drinks. Obviously Peter's Karaoke Bar, the drink I had was pretty amazing. And of course MIA, they literally pulled out the stops for me. That is like 20 out of 20. 20 out of 20. It's not even 10 out of 10. 20 out of 20 they get. Tiki Beach, okay. I'd say 8 out of 10. So, yeah. Just seeing if there was anything else I tried. Obviously Granier, love my stuff out of Granier in the bakery. 10 out of 10 for them. So yeah, there was a couple of new places I tried. I was supposed to try the Grand National, and I was like, just take my money, get it out of here. And there was an incident that happened in there. It wasn't, I will say, at the Winning Post, it wasn't the staff's fault. It was a fellow customer that I had a very bad traumatic experience with on the flight. But other than that, loved Benidorm. Would I go back to Benidorm again? Yes, I would. Now I'm going to end with this. Would I stay in the new town? Probably not. I think I would be this is me being personally honest, right? Peter, he'd stay in the new town all day long. It's more British side. For me, I love the Spanish side, so I would prefer to stay in the old town. That is me. So next, and it's cheaper to stay in the old town than it is in the new town. So next time when I go to Benidorm, I am going to stay in the old town. Only reason being is because everywhere that I practically want is in the old town. There's probably about three shops that I like in the new town, but that's about it. For people wanting to know bus prices, it's €1.65. Taxis can range between €5 and €10 locally, albeit it's €12 from Benidorm. Finistrat is 15 if you want to go to the Central Commercial, which is something I didn't do this time round, and because I didn't have enough time. I visited Pep & Co in Albia, which used to be called Dior's. I love that shop. That is like, it's basically our version of Poundland. So yeah. But yeah, I would definitely stay in the old town next time round. Only reason being is because everything I want is in the old town rather than the new town. Oh yeah, and Zodiac is like 10 out of 10 for the tapas. They do the best tapas I've ever tried in the old town. I love tapas food because obviously small stomachs don't eat much. So yeah, that was like my overall review of Benidorm, and because I haven't had a chance to do it. I do not know what video is going to come up next on the channel. I have a live video with my war girlies tonight, which is a private group. Yeah, so I have that, and then I also have my Zoom party, Christmas party with the girlies, the week later. So yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this video. Like, comment, subscribe. Subscribe, turn that bell on. There'll be a brand new video from me if and when I can. And I've tried to make sure that I want to keep this Benidorm review vlog as positive as possible. I didn't want to put any negative stuff in it, or negative people put any names in it, whatever. I just wanted to do this as positively as I could, and even I'll put couple of negative bits in, but to be honest, the positive on the vacation outweighed the negative. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the video, and we will talk soon. I don't know when. Well, probably this will be changed, so yeah, it's all good. So stay gaudy and have unpleasant dreams, and I will see you all in the next video. Ciao, ciao. And I'm going to enjoy my lamb sip because I haven't been too poorly, but I'll be okay. Ciao, ciao.